All right, everybody, welcome to Phoenix, round 3 of the Inspired Cup Series. Descends upon Phoenix, Arizona for tonight's running of the Inspired Cup Series. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth with the Raging Racing Network. Right now, Shane Hart, top of the board. Colton Ward, Tyler Stone, Robert McKay, and Travis Farmer, the top 5. Big stories tonight, but first, no bigger than the man who is trying to live up to the name, Hot Shot Henderson. That would be Josh Henderson right now. Not posted a lap at the moment. We'll try to get a word with him before practice starts. But right now, several drivers, as a matter of fact, looking to try to dig themselves out of a hole early. Give me 1 second while I adjust the points here so we can get a look at them. Well, right now, of course, I understand it's messing up the broadcast a minute, but with that being said, we'll only do top 17 in points, and I'll reiterate. So we're going to get rid of that real quick. We're going to replace that with this. So the points coming into the night, Josh Henderson still holding on to the points with his 2 wins to start off the season. Looking to become the first driver in the Inspire Racing League to go 3 in a row. Shane Hart plus 43 to the cut line. Top 10 drivers will get in to the playoffs later on down the season when the regular season ends. For there, Jason Williams, Thomas Hernandez, Hunter Rozelle, Travis Farmer, Tyler Stone, Elijah Fisher, Mike Hauser, and Stephen Henning. Right now are the 10 drivers in. Robert Wilhoit. Right now, 4 points out. Jeffrey Peppers out by 5. Cannon and Lyota, 13th and 14th, out by 6. Jesse Glover, Bobby Hadaway, Justin Maddox, out by 8 and 9 points for tonight. Well, right now, the drivers who are really stating their claim in this whole thing right now, saying, hey, we are going to be the favorites for tonight. Has been Shane Hart and Josh Henderson both. Well, first of all, let's see, with 10 minutes remaining, let's get some interviews rolling. And we'll start with the man who right now has gone 2 in a row to really stun the field. Josh Henderson, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. I got to say, after last week, it was kind of a statement coming into the season to be the first driver to win 2 in a row, let alone 2 races, period. But I got to say, how does it feel? Has it set in? Because the last person to do it would be the man who won on Saturday night and your brother, Aaron Stanton. So just take me through the night. Where's the confidence at for the 17 at tonight?
Yeah, Tractor Supply 17. I'm excited about it because I got a night paint scheme here to run. So hopefully we can get connected here. We're having a little bit of issues with some connections, so I got 9 minutes to figure it out. But yeah, no, confidence is high. 2 wins. I'm undefeated so far. Aaron got the win Saturday night. That was pretty cool and Inspired. So far, me and my brother undefeated to start the season. So that's always fun. But yeah, confidence is high. Just kind of worried about not getting the car going here, so we'll see what happens.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully, you'll get it in and hopefully be able to keep the streak going.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have fun.
Yep. With that being said, Josh Henderson, the points leader coming into tonight. Colton Ward, top of the board. Shane Hart, Travis Farmer, now Cade Cannon, and James Hadaway, the top 5. Talk to a man who really had a great run going last week.
I got you, Garrett.
Well, to say it's an understatement, kind of, from consider how last season went, to see you third in the points right now. But then when you think about last season, yeah, we're around the playoff bubble, around the majority of the season. Unfortunately, came up short. Have you surprised yourself seeing that you're third in points right now, even though it's by a slim margin? What is the thought process for Jason Williams and how he's got this season started pretty good?
It's definitely a surprise when the points come out, sitting third. I guess that's what that consistency gets you, 2 top 8 or 8 plates, I think. So I've kind of went from usually just having fun and all that to kind of, all right, I got to stay up here in the points, got to watch what I'm doing here.
Well, do you feel like this format, of course, we've gone away from the 3 winningest drivers, the rest getting on points, to now the traditional 10-man chase. Do you feel like this aids you better compared to what we had to fight, compared to what you had to fight through last season?
Well, it's a lot harder to win, so the win in your end, I guess, could hurt some people if they never, win and get seconds and thirds. But I don't know. We'll just have to see how it plays out, I guess.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll see you in victory lane.
Thank you, Garrett. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Right now, out of the H&W Motorsports drivers right now, Jason Williams 16th quickest, Bobby Hadaway 8th quickest, and James Hadaway up to 5th. Other developing stories right now, the man that comes into tonight second in points by 43. Shane Harr right now second quickest. 48, or actually now first quickest. We're going to let him get going here. We'll talk to a man who, well, really, talked to a man who had a great run going last week till it went undone. Here in just a few minutes, be sure he ain't on track. But really, you mentioned drivers stuck in a hole right now. And really, some of these drivers, you saw in the playoffs last season. Cade Cannon, even though he's only out by 6 in 13th, he's down the rabbit hole a little ways. But then there's also drivers now in the top 10 that were safe last season, but now, even though it's only 2 races in, got a little bit of work to do. Elijah Fisher, Mike Hauser, Stephen Henning, 8th, 9th, and 10th, all drivers in the playoffs last season, who are now kind of finding themselves, well, we experienced this issue last season, but the competition, I swear, is a whole lot more bigger than what it mainly goes into. Matter of fact, let's talk to one. Good God, what an awesome car. Matter of fact, let's pull this cat in. Well, actually, no. One thing at a time. Let's get the defending champion in. Shane Harr, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy. Out for a smoke break. We'll drop him down. We'll get ready for him later. One more time. Shane Harr, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Got a copy? So Shane Harr not available for interviews. Therefore, we will go down now to Cade Cannon right now, 13th in the points. Right now, Cade Cannon. There you see it, -6 below cut line, so you can't get a hold of it. Cade Cannon, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I was just talking about on the broadcast, we see some drivers that early in the season, they're not exactly where we predicted some of them to be. You, my friend, on my bingo cards is one of them, come in at like 13th in points, but only 6 below a cut line at a track where you have had pretty good success at. Do you feel like the number 9 right now, 3rd on the speed charts, do you feel like tonight is the night that you can knock Josh Henderson off of the throne, so to speak?
If we stay out of the trouble and everything goes the way I need it to tonight, I do think Phoenix is surprisingly one of my best tracks. Come to find out, I thought it'd actually be terrible here, but figured out I'm actually pretty well. So hopefully, if things fall the way I need them to, I can end up either a good top 5 run or even end up in victory lane. So I do feel like I can.
Well, you got 2 of the guys that, in a way, dominated the season in front of you right now. 1 and 2 on the practice charts. Do you feel like one of them can kind of hinder the performance of the 9 tonight? Or do you feel like, and again, it's probably just going to be repeating the whole question, but do you feel like the 9 can get up there and contend with Shane Hart or Colton Ward?
Last year when we came here, I felt like I didn't think I was going to do good. Ended up doing very well, better than I thought I was. I do think I can end up being there at the end against Shane, and hopefully, if not even just at the end there, actually in front of him. So I do feel like I have a good chance with it at least.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Can't wait to see we get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, sir. Kate Cannon right now, 3rd on the charts. Well, that being said, of course, Cannon got a lot to do tonight, got a lot to work on. We'll now talk to a man who had an amazing comeback, to say the least, but right now, the speed chart's just not there for the moment, and that will be the 16 of Elijah Fisher. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth of the fastest fishing race and have a copy.
Yes, I do.
All right now, buddy, 14th on the speed charts. A little surprising considering how great of a run you had last season here in the ARCA series and a great run in Cup, all things considering. Is the 16 struggling with handling, or what's the issue right now?
The 16, we've put a lot of good cars together every week. This Falcon Motorsports shop is always fast, but we get better as the runs go on. I think practice times are practice times and race times are race times. This race is just going to come down to a couple of factors, and I think they play into our strengths, but I didn't put our quickest lap up by any means yet. Not that I'm hiding our speed, but we were just kind of working with the other teammates and trying to get them all set and everything before we go. But I think the 16's got more speed than what the chart might say right now.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing and show us a surprise tonight.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I'll tell you right now, and talked to him earlier at the top of the show, the biggest man that everybody's facing tonight, Josh Henderson, on the 2 in a row, and it's going to be incredible to see, really, as right now drivers are already rolling on the racetrack. Colton Ward, ironically, does not get a black flag to start qualifying. So unless something happens, Colton Ward will be the first one to post a time, followed by the man that everybody's gunning for, Josh Henderson, in second, followed by Christopher Rosca, Robert McKay, and Brent Hammerhand. They will be the top 5 to start their qualifying run as Colton Ward now on the board. Right now we're going to follow Ward down the back straightaway right now. Fastest through the first half of the racetrack, which is great. 12.9 seconds. He's going to have a great entry off of 4 and at the line. The time to beat a 26.202 for Ward. Right now we've got Robert McKay, Christopher Roscoe top of the board. Brent Hammerhand at 27.214. Tyler Stone will come by now to complete his lap. And at the line, is it an improvement? It is not. Robert McKay had to reset. Jeffrey Parrish, Josh Henderson, top of the board. Or the second, I should say. Got a little excited. My mistake. Now Henderson will jump up to second. McKay, Peppers, now James Hadaway. Top of the board. Robert McKay just going to sit in the pit. Says Travis Farmer, his teammate now. Right now, 8th quick is going to have a great entry through 1 and 2. Or 3 and 4, whatever it's called. And at the line is not an improvement. Well, right now, talked to him earlier. Felt like he had great speed. Cade Cannon. In his first lap, going to need an improvement of 5:06, good enough for 4th. Shane Harr will clock in 7th. Mike Hauser 10th. Oh, Cannon loose. That'll do it. Well, not the final nail in the coffin. A hope and a shot for the pole will come undone. We'll focus in on Shane Harr, who at the line, a 4:36, 3rd quickest for Harr. Right behind him, if we can find him. We're going to be too late, but Mike Hauser will jump up to 2nd. Elijah Fisher on track now. Joseph Maddox, 18th quickest. Well, Fisher going to look to start his first lap. And almost going to lose it. And that's going to be man, what a bummer. And that lap does not count neither as well. Well, Fisher's got to be real careful. Probably heated up the tires. Now they're cranky. They're mad. They don't want to grip up now. He's got to be real careful. But this first lap, unless he can pull a rabbit out of the hat, will mire him, I'll say, somewhere at least in the top 10 at best. 15. Let's see. Survey says 27,364, and it is 21st quickest. Man. Chris Lyotta just caught him at the end of his lap for his first one, 21st quickest. Right now, Colton Ward as Elijah Fisher. There it is. 4th quickest for Fisher. I thought it was done with that with his qualifying run. Evidently not. An excellent recovery for Fisher. As Chris Lyotta will spin it. And it will be enough for 13th. That being said, all cars qualified with 24 seconds remaining. And it will be Colton Ward on the pole tonight. Let's see if we can't get a quick word with him. Colton Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast, big guy. Copy, buddy. Well, the last time we were in Phoenix, Arizona, you looked like you had the race won. Unfortunately, it did not work out tonight. Do you feel like there's a sense of redemption tonight for the 42 Sporky team?
No, I'm just gonna try and win it. I don't think there's a redemption for it really, but I mean, I'll try my best to win it.
Well, after last week, very disappointing blow to you being up front the majority of the night. How do you take something like that and put it towards this race? Is it just another race, or really, how does Colton Ward recover from a incident like last week?
Yeah, I mean, just enter it like it's a new race.
All right.
Really, just enter it like a new race.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. We'll see if the 42 can't return to victory lane for the first time since Charlotte.
All right.
Well, right now he'll have to go through a star-studded field. That will consist of several drivers. As Colton Ward's on pole, Mike Hauser second, Jeffrey Peppers, Elijah Fisher, Shane Harr in the top 5, Josh Henderson, Thomas Hernandez, Cade Cannon, James Hadaway, Robert McKay, the top 10. Tyler Stone, Justin Maddox rounds out the fast 12 for tonight. On down through the field, Chris Loda, Bobby Hadaway, Travis Farmer, Hunter Azell, Stephen Henning Jr. starting deep in the field next to Christopher Roska. David McCullough, A.J. Thompson, the top 20. Brent Hammerhand, Jason Williams, and Paul Chavez will run out the field in 23rd, as I do not believe Aaron Stanton's race control. Thank God. That being said, got a couple more drivers, and we'll start with Mike Hauser. Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy.
Yeah, there. What's going on?
Not a whole lot coming into the night. +5 to the cut line, still very early in the season. After a great recovery for Rockingham last week, all things considering. Does that put some more pep in the step in the 43 machine, especially sitting outside the front row in second?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, last week, no, it didn't really go our way, but we had amazing speed, and we just that's a huge confidence booster for us. And I felt really good in practice today. I know the lap times weren't showing it, but car felt great for me, and really looking forward to seeing what we can do tonight here with this Drive to Vilbus 43 Ford Mustang, and hopefully we'll just keep it clean and keep it out front all day.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. We'll drop you down. Hopefully talk to you at the end of this thing.
10-4, thank you, Garrett.
Yep. Well, that being said, I want to talk to a driver who I don't think I've interviewed yet while we got the time to do it. And he is the only driver in the field tonight for Slick Motorsports, starting third. Jeffrey Peppers, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do.
My buddy, starting third tonight at Phoenix. And I got to ask, really, what's the plan going into tonight? You're only a few points outside of the playoff bubble. I believe, as a matter of fact, we're going to confirm it here. 12th in points, 5 out. Does the 24 got the speed to probably increase that real quick before they let you go here?
Oh, I'm going for a win tonight. I feel good tonight. I feel like the car's fast. I'm going to try to play a little strategy and see where I can get.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you now. Drop you on down. I hope to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Well, the pace car is in. The field will wait until they get down into about turn 3. Turn 3 and 4, the middle of the restart zone will be coming off of 4 between the start-finish line. This is going to be a great race. Outside lane will probably be at a disadvantage on the restarts. But we are rolling. We're live from Phoenix. Shane Hart immediately cutting down to the bottom of the racetrack. Mike Hauser going to try to take the lead from Colton Ward. Right now, Jeff Peppers, great drive off down back straightaway. Oh, Josh Harrison hard off the wall. Harrison off the wall early. Right now, we keep it straight and keep it green. Colton Ward getting challenged for second as Mike Hauser leads the first lap. Hauser down to the bottom to cover Colton Ward. Right now, as the field continues down back straightaway, Jeffrey Peppers trying to still take second from Ward. Elijah Fisher rallies to fourth. Josh Henderson in fifth. Shane Hart sixth. Kate Cannon, Thomas Hernandez, James Hadaway, and Robert McKay rounds out the top 10. So far, a great start. You look at two of the teammates of Velocity Motorsports. Right now, 10th and 11th. You got to go a little ways down to fight Hunter Azell, who is right now somewhere on this list. Actually in 12th, 1, 2, and 3 for the Velocity Motorsports. Well, 10th, 11th, and 12th, I should have said. But right now, their teammate, Christopher Roska, right now, as a matter of fact, running in 50. As he'll look under Joseph Maddox. This is the battle for the 14th spot. Steven Henning just lying in wait for a moment. Well, back up to the lead, Jeffrey Peppers. You see Mike Hauser a little bit of blinking there, no harm, no foul. Jeffrey Peppers still trying to take the lead away. Colton Ward pretty much a breakaway between the top three. Peppers driving in hard and you see it. You're right on board with Mike Hauser. Good looking off the bat buckle on Mike. So he's still blinking. A little bit of contact to the inside wall a little bit for the 43. Peppers to the outside. Right now, train just so. On back through the field. Of course, just mentioned Elijah Fisher, Cade Cannon, Shane Harr right now. Josh Harrison back there in the mix. This is 5th through 8th. Thomas Hernandez running in 8th right now. As a matter of fact, new colors for Hernandez tonight. James Hadaway as well. As a matter of fact, working on Hernandez now for the 8th position. Still right now, Velocity Motorsports. Yep. Right now, Velocity Motorsports still occupies 10th through 12th and 14th. Robert McKay, Travis Farmer, Hunter Azell. That is 10th, 11th, and 12th right now. You get a look at Hunter Azell, the Inspire 250 runner-up. Trying to rebound after a very tough night in Rockingham last week. Another one trying to rebound. Really trying to find his footing as he still battles Christopher Fordy, 13th position. Joseph Maddox right now. Stephen Henning, AJ Thompson lying in wait. Henning as well trying to regain, who has survived really 2 weeks of what has been a pretty tough start to the year for the 78, but still barely managed to hold on to the 10th and final spot for the chase. Goes in night +4 over Robert Will Hoyt, who is actually dealing with computer issues at the moment, so right now has not gotten into the session, and I do not believe he'll be able to make a start tonight. So already won championship implication. Right down hitting, works on Maddox again. On down through the field, AJ Thompson lying right back there. So is the 69 of Chris Lauda running in 17th. Bobby Hadaway in 18th. Brent Hammerhand running in 19th at the moment. Tyler Stone in 20th. Jason Williams, who comes in night 3rd in points right now, runs 21st. David McCullough. Well, that's Apostle. Well, that's Paul Chavez in 23rd. There's David McCullough. Almost gets loose off the corner. Massive save. Well, that's through the field as Mike Hauser has already led 13 laps tonight. 143 to go. Not much has changed in the top 3. No, but right now the battle for the 5th or the 4th position still rages on. Right now, Elijah Fisher, Cade Cannon, Shane Harr, Josh Henderson. Again, it felt like tonight, if things could go right, that he had possibly the car. Look at Harr, 3 wide on the bottom. Shane Harr, gutsy move early, 3 wide. Able to hold on to it. It's going to force Fisher wide a little bit. They're still going to stay 3 wide as they cross the start-finish line. All right, now you see Cannon will slide right back into the 5th position as Horn will look back to the outside. Josh Anderson just lying in wait. Of course, everybody gunning for Henderson. As Hot Shot has gone 2 in a row to start the season, looking to make it 3, but right now, right in 7th spot. Right now, Jeffrey Peppers has resigned as 2nd. Still got Colton Ward breathing down his neck at the moment. You see Mike has still a little bit of blinking issues. Not too bad at the moment. But really, let's right on board with Colton Ward. Really see how Colton Ward's tackling this track with the dashboard. Pepper's a little bit loose, no harm, no foul. Well, Jay Thompson right now trying to see if he is actually at the race. Right now he is actually listed. Right now, see Hauser up at the top. Paul Chavez is about to go 1 lap down. Colton Ward ducks to the outside. Right now, caution free so far for the majority of this race. Nearly similar to how it was last season. Right now, Shane Orr just talked about him right now. Running in the 5th spot with 133 laps to go. Earlier at the top of the show, Shane felt like that maybe tires will play into the game tonight, but not so much rear tires instead of front tires like we're normally seeing. So right now I got to believe that Shane Horn right now saving his tires the best he can. Right now running 5th. As Mike Hauser continues to lead. It must now be his 24th lap. Right now, of course, Hauser actually does have the fastest lap of the race that was actually given or posted on lap 4 of a 26.541. Why is that important? You gotta think about the bonus points that come with several things tonight. We'll actually look at them right now, reiterate them. So you lead the most laps, 3 extra points. You lead a lap is 1 point, a point for the pole, a point for the fastest lap, a point for 0 incidents. And right now, Mike Hauser has accomplished 5 bonus points so far tonight. Of course, right now we run through the field for the moment. Mike Hauser continuing to have the internet issues, but being that he's in the lead and kind of got about a 3 second, not a 3 second, but a 3 car length gap on Colton Ward. I don't think they're really worried about it right now, but Mike Hauser, Colton Ward, Jeffrey Pepper, Elijah Fisher, caution's out. Travis Farmer against the outside wall in turn 2. Massive damage to the 13. And Travis came into the night 6th in points, 11 to the good. But tonight will be a premature end to the driver of the 13. Well, let's take a look at what happened. Oh! Cuts the apron. Gonna try to go in and overshoot the. Hold on, rewind it. Oh! Yeah! Rewind it. Let's relook at it here for a second. Right here, he dives into the corner, and it looks like Hadaway comes down. James Hadaway. That's hard to call. 13's starting to slide up, but the 8's coming down more. That's a difficult one to call. Nonetheless, it'll be night done for Travis Farmer as far as the win is concerned. Let's ride on board with him. There's going to be a gut shot. Bam! Next on board, we'll go right on board with James Hadaway. Bang. On our first caution of the night. All right now, Chris Liotta and Christopher Rosca, first and second. Did they stay out? They did. Matter of fact, top 3 stayed out. Liotta, Rosca, and Maddox. Cade Cannon will be the first one on fresh tires in 4th. Colton Ward 5th. Black flag to the 8. Matter of fact, it's just been cleared, so the field will come down. For the restart, we're rolling. Old tire versus new tire. They're immediately going to get jumped. 3 wide, 4 wide. Going into turn number 1. 5 wide. Holy hell. Colton Ward, the first on new tires, immediately up to second. Cade Cannon stuck behind. Chris Liotta on older tires. Caution is out yet again. Got a report, Tyler Stone. Bobby Hadaway as well. Let's go back and look. Up at the front here. Stone loses it. Tyler loses it and comes right back up into Bobby. Massive hit. Of course, Bobby Hadaway comes in 16th in the points. For Tyler Stone, 7th after a great run at Rockingham, finishing 2nd. It will not be the night that Tyler Stone needs or wants. And while we're at it, let's see if we cannot get a word with Tyler Stone to see what happened. Tyler Stone, Garrett Jenkins up here in Broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, let me get my pit box 1 sec.
You're good.
Yeah, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing pretty good, all things considering. Just take me through what did you feel like the car just got loose on entry, too much rear brake? What was the situation? How bad is the car damaged? Saw a pretty good shot square to the nose.
Car's probably going to be fine. We got about 20 more seconds of damage here to fix. Yeah, Shane's got a wicked awesome setup for us, but yeah, I'm not very good at the low brake bias on the restart, so I'm going to crank it up here and get going and then bring it back down, see what we can do.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully damage ain't too bad. We'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yep, hope so. See you later.
Yep. That'll be a massive shot to the driver that comes in again, 7th in the points, 11 to the good. Colton Ward needing a massive turnaround of 9 in points. As Ward will enter tonight after missing a season opener at Daytona. And then a bad run at Rockingham. 26th in the points. 31 out. Well, Iota stays out, as does Joseph Maddox. As the field will get set to go back green yet again. We're rolling. But Matt's still determined to make them tires work. 35 lap difference. But right now, Colton Ward shoots out front. His teammate, Kate Cannon, in second. Jeffrey Peppers, Cannon will slide up the racetrack, down the back straightaway. Shane Horner looking to the middle of that group. I think right now, Lyota and Maddox's game plan right now, save a set of tires toward the end as Peppers now dives it in. It will resume the second spot. Shane Hart, Kate Cannon, Mike Hauser, who has led the most laps so far tonight. Right now, Meyer back at 6th, or actually 5th, led 28 laps so far. Hauser immediately down to the bottom of the track, looking to do anything he can to get around Kate Cannon. Cannon running way up the racetrack in that number 9, eerily similar to how we did in the Cup Series last season. And Stephen Henning Jr. on the charge and starting deep in the field right now. After the second caution, the Inspired Racing League biggest cruiser right now belongs to Stephen Henning, up 10 spots where he started. Brent Hammerhand up 9. David McCullough up 8. Right now, admin box. Admin box fastest lap. Oh! We'll get to that. Robert McKay is in the wall, as is Chris Lauda. Velocity Motorsports taking a beating tonight. Not sure. Robert McKay, meatball damage. Man. Not sure I see really where the damage is at, unless on the right side we'll get a good look here. I'm not seeing where the damage is really at that could cause a meatball. Must be suspension related. On our third caution of the night already. Let's see what happened to 31 of Robert McCain and 69 Chris Lauda. It was a little bit late after the fact. Coming up, coming up. Hard to say if there was a bobble right there. Hard to say if there was a bobble. He's on the seam. Slow motion, slow motion. Just drifts up. The car's kind of in a four-wheel slide, so to speak. Massive shot to the outside wall. Teammate Hunter Rozelle getting a lick out of it, and Chris Lauda also in the wall. We're under the third caution of the night with 115 to go. See if we cannot get a word with Robert McKay if he's available for a copy. McKay will come into the night 23rd in points. It's going to take another massive blow. Robert McKay, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Just take me through what did you feel? What happened from your side of things? We saw the replay. It looks like the car maybe gets loose a little bit off a corner exit. Really, what was the situation with the 31?
Yeah, that was completely my fault. I mean, I was racing hard, right? I got on the first caution, I came down pit road and completely missed my box. So I had to come back around, come down pit road. So I've been really aggressive trying to get those positions back, and I thought I had a nose hair on the, what was it, the 69? Thought I had a nose hair to try to, cut him off, but I didn't, and I got spun off his nose.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you for the rest of the night. Hopefully, we'll still be able to talk to you if the car gets fixed and see if you can't contend for the win still.
Yeah, thank you. Have fun tonight.
Yes, sir. So Velocity Motorsports already in a tough pickle as Colt Ward, Shane Hard, Jeffrey Peppers brings them to the line. Well, Hunter Rozelle up to 6th. Right on board with the Velocity Motorsports highest running driver right now in the High Side Racing League All-Star winner for North Wilkesboro. Right now running in the 6th spot, trying to gain valuable points back that he lost at North Wilkesboro. Brent Hammerhand to the bottom. And Brent, another one then looking to really get his season started. Been a couple of rough runs to start the season for Brent Hammerhand, but right now, side by side with Stephen Henning for the 7th spot. Rozelle hard into the wall. What the hell happened? Unsure what happened. Gets everybody clustered. Meanwhile, back to the field, Kate Cannon shuffled, mired back deep right outside the top 10. Cannon trying to regain some ground. As Colt Ward continues to lead, Shane Hart second, Jeffrey Pepper, Mike Hauser, Hot Shot Henderson. Right now in third as caution is out. Whoops, hit it way too soon. But I have a feeling now we know what is on. Brent Hammerhand obviously rolling. Now let's see what the caution was for. Right now outside of Stephen Henning Jr. Just gets loose. Gets loose, Stephen Henning. Hell of a save. Brent Hammerhand. Contact with the wall, nothing too bad. Well, I'm bored with him. Back in the gas, and just breaks loose. Just like that, we're under caution yet again. Well, handling becoming a factor tonight. And it is evident. Well, we got a minute under caution. We're going to step away real fast for a quick break. We'll be right back for the restart. All right, we're back rolling. Colt Ward, Shane Hard brings them down. Colt Ward able to jump out front. Josh Anderson sliding to fourth right behind. Going to be challenged for fourth by Mike Hauser. Shane Hart will settle in the fifth. Hunter Rozelle, Kay Cannon side by side for the sixth spot. Well, right now, Colton Ward jumps out to almost a second lead over Shane Hart, who right now being challenged by Jeffrey Peppers and Hotshot Henderson. They work down the back straightaway. Right now, Peppers will fire back to the inside. Gonna get right to Hart's bumper, and it just does miss it. You're right on board with the reigning champion. All right, now Peppers will fire right back to the bottom again. Trying to stay there. Right now, Kate Cannon being resilient, battle back to 15. That would have been Meyer back outside the top 10 before the caution. Colt Ward continues to lead as you look live from the Raging Idiot blip camera. Of course, if you're Colt Ward, you really want this run. You need this run. You really want to be leading with 100 to go. Right now, Colt Ward is in contention to take away the 3 bonus points from Mike Hauser. As you see, the gap is 1.4 seconds. Colton's led 25 laps and counting so far. Hauser's led 28. Colton Ward fastest lap of the race presented by Admin Box at right now at 26.432. Right now, as you look at Shane Hoare Inspired Motorsports, right now, second. Sorry, I got to find the names. Shane Hoare in second. Tyler Stone, 12th. And Stephen Henning Jr. in 14th at the moment. If you want to talk about drivers who right now are having a very great run, Aaron Stanton's team, the Loners, right now, 1 in first and 1 in fifth. Colt Ward obviously leading. And Cade Cannon, who felt like he had the speed tonight to potentially get the job done, right now in fifth. Falcon Motorsports, also 2 of their drivers within the top 10. Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, 6th and 7th as they run. Lyota, 12th. Joseph Maddox in 17th. Well, we got the trend going with 3 of the powerhouses. Let's go down to another one, Velocity Motorsports. Right now, Hunter Rozelle 8th, Christopher Rosca 9th. On down through the field, you got to find Travis Farmer right now, 16 laps down, and Robert McKay in 18th. And for the record, Travis Farmer, 22nd. Keep the good times rolling. On down through the field a little bit more. The only driver for Slick Motorsports tonight is putting on a hell of a run, battling in the top 5 all night. Jeffrey Peppers running in 4th as Henderson. Oh, contact! Hang on to her, boys. Woo, what a save by Peppers. Mike Hauser going to be over back on him again. Cannon hard off the wall, no harm, no foul. Massive slide by Peppers. Now right rear is probably a little irritated and angry. Probably ain't going to want to put out a lot of grip for now till it cools off a little bit. Elijah Fisher will go around him for now the 7th spot. Meanwhile, through the field, of course, the Loners, 1st and 5th. There's one car hard off the wall, another car hard off the wall. H&W Motorsports. Only 3 cars in the field tonight. Normally what they run, Jason Williams, 3rd in points, 15th. Bobby Hadaway, 16th, and James Hadaway right now in the 20th position. Well, this track was going to be tough on a lot of drivers tonight. It's one of the toughest on the circuit. Simtech Racing. Paul Chavez right now, 3 laps down in 21st, and A.J. Thompson, the first retiree of the race. And that is pretty much through the field via the teams. Oh, Full Throttle Union. How stupid of me to forget. Brent Hammerhand right now running in 19th. Hotshot Henderson running 3rd. Robert Will Hoyt, of course, not making a race tonight, but Thomas Hernandez right now running in the 11th spot. Of course, for your Hotshot Henderson, trying to get up there to Shane Hoare and Colton Ward, trying to keep the streak alive. Going 3 in a row. No driver's ever done it. The 2 closest men to really do it. Shane Hoare and Elijah Fisher. Shane Hoare at both the road courses, Road America and Laguna Sega. That was 2 in a row. Elijah Fisher, Bathurst and Indianapolis. Well, right now they got to go through a very strong Colton Ward. Well, right now with 89 laps to go, Colton Ward has now took over the most laps led at 36. Right now, the pit strategy link. Right now, strategy probably all over the place at the moment. Well, I should take a look. Well, Shane Hart, Colton Ward on a 38 lap run. You see Fisher on a 20 lap run. Kate Cannon 27. From fifth to 8th is all 38. Mike Hauser, Josh Harrison, Jeffrey Peppers, and Hunter Rozelle. 34 for Roska. 38 for McCullough. That's the top 10. And pretty much the yellow indicates the first pit stop, the blue indicates the second pit stop, and so on. Right now, as you look at the screen, Colton Ward has been ran down by a man who really would be considered to bring the best out of everybody, Mike Hauser, just leaving the track. And before that, we'll see what has happened to Mike Hauser. Just gets loose and comes to rest on the racetrack. Sit there for a minute before deciding to go, but you see the damage is done, massive damage to the 43 who just got loose, simply just got loose by himself. But Mike Hauser, who will come into tonight 9th in the points, this ain't gonna be good. Best run came at a Rockingham last week. Of course, only completed 8 laps in Daytona. And now 71 laps into his race. The night will be done for Mike Hauser. As right now, Colton Ward trying to fend off a very hungry Shane Horner who wants to lead. These two always brings the best out of each other, never fails. Always race each other hard, but with respect. In the many battles they had last season, the chapter being renewed tonight. We're waiting in the wings, you cannot deny him. Elijah Fisher on almost a 20 lap different run. Right now running in the 3rd position. Licking his chops at the moment. Right now, Fisher. Right now in third, Kate Cannon running just behind him in the fourth spot. Cannon on a little bit older stint than what Fisher is, but considerably better than the front two. Right now, front two as they stand still: Ward, Shane, Elijah Fisher, Kane Kenny, Josh Henderson, the top five. Jeffrey Peppers, after a big slide earlier, right now has resigned to sixth. Hunter Rozelle, seventh. Thomas Hernandez and David McCullough, eighth and ninth. Chris Laota rounds out the top 10 with Christopher Rosca right behind him, challenging. As a matter of fact, that was a great battle right here. Stephen Henning also laying in weight as well. Bumper to the back of the 36, to the back of the 69 from the 36. No harm, no foul. Hard racing. On back to the field. Jason Williams just trying to claw his way up to the front. It's been a rough night for the 40. Started deep in the field and right now up to 13th with 76 to go. Trouble. Robert McKay, oh! And Kate Cannon, Shane Har's involved. Jeffrey Peppers comes in as well. Oh, my Lord. And Cannon's going to get clipped again. Jeffrey Peppers, meatball flag. Kate Cannon as well. God almighty. This is going to play big. Oh, my Lord. Robert McKay this time the damaged terminal. What has happened? I'm speechless. Let's look and see. James Hadaway gets it to the back of the 31. Hard into the wall. Right now you see Robert's going to try to go. Shane Hard completely unaware that he's even there. And man, Jeffrey Peppers as well. Let's run on board. Let's go on board. Hold on. Let's go on board with Kane Cannon first. All right, we ran it here. Hold on. Man, I don't know what to say about this. Well, for Shane Hard's 43-point gap to 10th and to the top 10. And bam. And Cannon, he tried to get off though, nowhere to go. Peppers tried to shoot the gap. Wasn't able to get going. Oh, and then Canton is going to get nailed again. Jesus almighty. Or Paul Chavez, I believe. On board with Shane Hard. Shane Hard, man, victim of the circumstances. It will not be the night that the reigning champion wanted in Phoenix, having such a great run. A massive shot. Cannon as well, and then Peppers. Well, for Shane Hard, the night will go awry. Chris Laota is your leader with one to go. Let's see if we cannot get to the reigning champion. Shane, right now at the Infield Medical Center, Shane Hard. First off, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Just take us through. It looked like you didn't have no warning that the 31 was starting up on the track. Just take us through it.
No, all I heard on the radio was turn two, turn two, turn two, and I started going in turn 2, and yeah, there's a car sitting in the middle of the track. So I don't know how long he'd been sitting there. We do have a tow button, so I mean that'd have been great. But yeah, instead we're sitting here with 7 minutes of damage. So
Was there a chance that the 21 can get back out, try to make up some points, or is it night done for the 21?
I don't know yet. We might get back out there. We might not. We got a little engine problem, so we'll see how that lasts, if it lasts, and yeah, we'll go from there.
All right, buddy. Shane Horror right now in the garage. The night done for the reigning champion. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you.
Delayed of the restart. We'll bring the field back together one more time with that being said. Kay Cannon, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. I understand you just been released from the medical center. What happened for your side of things?
Yeah, you know, I saw
I am not no damn Danielle.
just. Give me a second.
Take your time.
Oh my god. Hang on. I'm trying to.
Well, I know we're going back green. I just saw you were back on the racetrack, so I kind of pulled you up at a bad time.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, we're going green. I saw Shane get into the 31. I slammed on the brakes. I had nowhere to go. I got into him. You know, thought we were going to be okay. We'd have at most a little bit of damage. But then next thing I know, the 33 just flies in there like we're not even stopped and chooses to wreck half the field more. So I'm definitely going to want to have conversation with him after this race.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll drop you back down, let you focus on the remainder of the race. Best of luck to you from here on out.
Take it there.
Trouble. Hernandez around on the outside. Caution is out. Travis Farmer is running as well. Was 15 laps down. Brent Hammerhand meatball flag. Massive damage. And I wonder, did the two full throttle Union drivers come together? Let's take a look. So they do not, according to the rewind. Oh! And they do. God! Holy hell. Jesus. Alright, go up to Hernandez. I believe him and Hunter Roselle make contact. He kind of comes down across the 20, I would say. Really didn't leave the 20 no option. Hammerhand, Fitness Strength. How about Josh Henderson barely sticking through that? Man. Well, through all of this, Elijah Fisher will take the lead. Colton Ward. How about Bobby Hadaway up in third? Stephen Henning, Tyler Stone, fourth and fifth. We'll re-rack the field. Elijah Fisher, Colton Ward, Stephen Henning, Bobby Hadaway, Josh Hotshot Henderson in the top 5. Tyler Stone, Devin McCullough, Jason Williams, Christopher Roscoe, James Hadaway. Right now in the top 10. Hunter Rozelle back to 11th. Lyota Maddox, Kate Cannon back in the pits. As is Hernandez. Alright, Roger Fisher brings them down. We're rolling. Right now, Fisher, a great launch off of turn number 2. Colt Worth following the second. Henderson off the wall again. Stephen Henning battling him for 3rd. Caution out yet again. Chris Lyota. He's rolling right now. That's what we're saying that we got. Let's go see what happens. Just gets loose off the apron. It looks like we'll rewind it. Oh damn! I meant to rewind and not go fast forward with it. On the apron. And yeah, it just simply comes around. Meanwhile, what in the world? Okay, now we're back. There we go. All right now. Let's see if we can't get a word with somebody right now. Hunter Rozelle, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast, but you got a copy, buddy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, right now, having a great run, trying to recover the points from Rockingham. What do you feel has been the biggest struggle with the 22 or the 20 tonight?
I mean, really just dirty air. I feel like we've got a pretty good long run car. Just been trying to save as much tires as I could. Just trying to work my way up, got up there. Unfortunately, got a little bit of damage from that 77 driving across our nose. Just got really loose and hit the wall coming out of the corner. Got that fixed. It's just going to be fun to kind of see how this race shakes out. Phoenix is not one of my stronger suits, but the Velocity Motorsports group, they bought 4 fast cars, and I'm lined up right behind one right now. So hopefully we can band together, get a win tonight. Gonna be excited to see how the rest of this race pans.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you right now. The High Side Racing League All-Star winner Hunter Rozelle right now in the 7th position. Appreciate your time, buddy. All right now, it's gonna have a pretty big opportunity here to regain some of the points that he lost from Rockingham. Another driver looking for points. Elijah Fisher, right now leading, has led 8 laps so far tonight, so a bonus point in there. Rolling Fisher with a great start. Mealy's going to cut down to the bottom. Stephen Henning, Tyler Stone right now. Henning will try to take 2nd. Stone will settle back in the 5th spot. You see one guy. Oh, one hard off the wall. Christopher Rosca. Oh, and Travis Farmer. And Chris Lyotta. God almighty. Turn 2 strikes again. Well, Velocity Motorsports already has had 3 drivers involved in incidents tonight. Christopher Rosca will make, or has had 2 drivers involved in incidents tonight. Rosca will make the 3rd. Well, we saw right at the corner of the screen, Rosca go around, got loose. Looks very similar to what we've seen a lot tonight. Just in it too hard and it just loops around. I mean, it's happened to Lyotta, it's happened to Hammerhand, happened to Mike Hauser. Man. Right on board with Chris Lyotta. There you see it, Rosca gets loose, hard off the wall. Lyotta checking up. Just he pretty much just locks it up. So, alright. Lock it up, rear brakes lock up. Right on board with Travis Farmer. There you see it. Going ricochet right into him. Massive. Well, that is not terminal for any of the Velocity Motorsport drivers. I don't know what terminal is. And meanwhile, Elijah Fisher, several others pitted. Josh Henderson stays out on 16 lap-old stint, lap-old tires. And he will receive a bonus point for leading a lap. The driver trying to go 2 or 3 in a row. Out front with 57 to go. Do I expect it to last long with the tire difference? No, I do not. But he's going to do he's going to put up a fight. James Hadaway, what can you say about him? Has that been a rough night for the 8, but right now running second. Joseph Maddox, Chris Lyotta on 11 lap different tires. And then Hunter Azell. Hunter Azell, Elijah Fisher, Colton Ward, David McCullough, Tyler Stone, and Bobby Hadaway rounds out the top 10. Josh Henderson will be bringing them down. 3 in a row, very much alive. It's been a top 5 car all night. Unsure if it's been a race-winning pace car. But we will find out. It's Hadaway checking up on the outside. Race control's going to let it slide. We're rolling. Right now, Josh Henderson immediately down to the bottom. Extremely down. Oh, black flag for Henderson. And Hadaway both. The front 2 black flags. And this race will get dumped on its head again as Chris Lyotta will take the lead. 55 to go. Colton Ward back to the bottom of the racetrack. Ward trying to make something happen. Fisher right now in second. Oh, Joseph Maddox into the wall. No harm, no foul. What a quest for 3 in a row. Potentially done for Hotshot Henderson. And James Hadaway in the pits. Right now, Lyotta leads. Fisher second. Colton Ward coming for second. Henderson back out onto the racetrack. 1 lap down. Harrison knows that if he can quickly get his lap back and another caution, he'll be right back in it. Harrison's got it. So Josh Harrison back on the lead lap for the moment. As Elijah Fisher now looks for the lead on his Falcon Motorsport teammate, Colton Ward. Here's riding in second, David McCullough and Joseph Maddox, top 5. Bobby Hadaway up to 6th already. Hunter Zell 7th, Williams 8th, Henning 9th, Tyler Stone rounds out the top 10 with 53 to go. Elijah Fisher leads, but Colton Ward hot on his trail. Right on board with Elijah Fisher. They work their way down the back straightaway. Right now, well, Colton knows that he is faster than this 16. Just lying in wait for a moment. Going to send it into the corner yet again. Colton will look to the inside of Fisher now, down the back straightaway. Fisher now dives it to the bottom. Colton Ward gonna try to slide up. Woo! Colton Ward back out front. Fisher gonna try to cross him over here. Gonna try and get the run. Fisher loose, massively loose. Able to hang on to it. For Colton Ward, the last win that the 42 has. Charlotte. The race before the season finale at Homestead last season. I think right now we're just going to stick to iRacing. So you got to take that up with the league owner. Rather it stay here. But nonetheless, Colton Ward has led 53 laps so far tonight. Lion Fisher led 15. Mike Hauser led the opening 28 laps, but as a matter of fact, Mike Hauser's night. Mike Hauser back in the pits. Probably done for tonight right now, 22nd. Yeah, not a good night for Hauser as far as the point situation goes. That's Colton Ward right now trying to get around Henderson. Henderson's obviously going to block, try to keep his lap. Going to run Ward way up the track's going to allow Elijah Fisher to close yet again. .46 to go. Fisher right back on Colton Ward's bumper. How about David McCullough? What a great run for the two so far tonight. Right now, McCullough just riding, lying in wait right now. Oh, Paul Chavez again. Paul Chavez meatball flat. We'll see what happens. It's already been a rough night for the driver to 7. Well, that's already got the meatball, so rewind it here. He's already got damage for that, regardless of the fact. Robert McKay. Okay, never mind. He's still in the pits. Lost my train of thought for a second. Never mind. Well, Ward continues to battle Henderson, who is desperately trying to stay on the lead lap. Harrison's praying for a caution, needing a caution. Harrison going to look to how longer that 17 stays in front of Ward, the more Elijah Fisher is getting closer to striking. Colton's sitting here thinking, man, what I got to do to get around this guy. 42 to go. We'll re-rack the field. Colton Ward, Elijah Fisher, David McCollum, 1, 2, and 3. On back behind them, Chris Laota and Bobby Hadaway. That will be the battle for 4th and 5th. Joseph Maddox in 6th, Lizelle 7th, Stephen Henning 8th, Jason Williams. Having a great run, having a great recovery, has broke to the top 10 in 9th. Tyler Stone in 10th. Of course, Josh Henderson in 11th. The last car, 1 lap down. On down through the field, Kate Cannon, 1 lap down. In 12th, Jeffrey Peppers, James Hadaway, 13th and 14th. Bobby Hadaway. Meatball flag. What has happened to the 80? What has happened to the 88? Very similar to Mike Hauser and what we've seen a lot so far. Oh, bam. Well, he's lucky that weren't bigger than what it was. But a night will go away for Bobby Hadaway. Meanwhile, we focus back in on the lead. Shane Harr, right now 7 laps down in the 16th spot. Paul Chavez 7 down. Thomas Hernandez 10 laps down in 17th. Brent Hammerhand 11 down in 18th. Christopher Roscoe, Travis Farmer, Robert McKay, Mike Hauser, AJ Thompson all in the garage. Right now, Ward, Fisher, McCullough still the top 3. Colton Ward finally gotten around Josh Henderson. Has opened up the gap to 1.1 seconds over Elijah Fisher now. Do you think Dan Colton, do you think Henderson was hard to get around before? If he gets back up there, Colton Ward, Henderson will get that lap back regardless. As Cade Cannon now in jeopardy of going 2 laps down, and he does, to his teammate. One car is slow on the back straightaway. We'll figure out who it is. That will be Hernandez. $32 to go for Colton Ward. It was like 70 laps so far tonight. Colton Ward of old. Meanwhile, last battle for the 9th spot. where the 8 spot really was for a moment. Really, you can throw them all into this equation. This is 5th through 10th right now. It's Hunter Rozelle fighting to hang on to the top 5 spot. Joseph Maddox, Stephen Henning, Jason Williams right now. What about Hunter? Look at this group here. Hunter Rozelle up 11, Maddox up 6, Henning and Williams 10 and 14 spots. They're the biggest movers of the race so far, as Maddox will look to the outside of Hunter Rozelle yet again. Oh, Maddox off the wall. It's kind of going to stack everybody up. Rozelle loose. You don't have to surrender a spot to Joseph Maddox now. Maddox up to 5th. Renee right on board with the 6. Stephen Henning, a great run off the corner. Run board to Bill Submarine forward. And Stephen Henning will make the pass, and Henning up to 5th. Right now has been all Colton Ward for the majority of the night. Has led 74 laps in total with 27 to go. Josh Anderson, the only car 1 lap down. Praying, needing a caution, wanting a caution. .26 to go. Make it 25 at the line. Henderson has got right back to the back bumper. I go right under Paul Chavez again. Well, Henderson will get his lap back. Henderson needs to go on. Next time Colton has to pass him, I'm sure there'll be the bumper. As Hadaway now goes 3 down. Right now with Henderson being around and fighting Colton Ward for his lap back. So that allows to finish the game right back up to now just under a second. Right now, 21 to go. Reiterate the bonus point scenario as we go. Cannot reiterate the incident bonus point because I cannot physically see that. I could before it took my admin privileges away. But right now, the most laps led to 3 bonus points. Colton Ward has pretty much locked that up. 81 and counting so far. That'll be 3 bonus points. Ward also holds the fast. Well, nope. Josh Henderson holds the bonus point for the fastest lap with a 26.361. Also, drivers who have led a lap tonight will receive 1 bonus point. They are Colton Ward, Elijah Fisher, Chris Lyotta, Josh Henderson, James Hadaway, Christopher Rosca, and Mike Hauser. I'm sure I ain't missed any. Nope. Oh, and the pole position does go to Colton Ward, I believe. Yep. So Colton Ward right now 3, 4, 5 bonus points. And why is that important for Colton Ward? We'll remind you tonight that coming into this race, Colton Ward 26th in points after missing the season opener and an early exit at Rockingham. It'll be a great win for Ward if he can pull it off. Of course, the Sporky return to victory lane would be monumental. It looks like that Sporky on the hood scared to death more than anything else. Right on board with him. With a gap now, 1.1 back to Elijah Fisher. Right now, lying in wait. The strategy difference, the top 3 all in the same set. Chris Lyotta on a 10-lap difference. Right now, 52-lap stint run for Lyotta. Oh, Fisher, massive slide! Elijah Fisher with a massive slide, able to keep it straight. That's just only going to hurt the 16 chances as Henderson a slide off of turn 2. .12 to go. We'll do one last through the field. So right now, Colton Ward's your leaders, led 89 laps so far tonight. Elijah Fisher still maintains second. David McCullough up 16 spots for where he started this race, running in third. A great run for the 2. Chris Lyotta, another great run from the 4, or from the 69, running in the 4th. Stephen Henning Jr. starting deep in the field as well. Right now runs in 5th. Tyler Stone 6th. So it is the battle actually for the 6th spot. And Stone gonna try to lead it here, and he does. 6th spot. Joseph Maddox in 7th. A great run for the number 6. Hunter Azell and J.C. Williams right now 8th and 9th. And Josh Henderson all the way back, who has gotten his lap back, trying to hold on to it, runs 10th. Next car, a lap down, really 2 down. Cade Cannon with a car that is skewed out very badly, running in 11th. Jeffrey Peppers in 12th. James Hadaway 3 laps down right now in the 13th spot. Shane Hars 7 in the 14th position. Hernandez 15th and 11th. or 15th, 11 laps down. Paul Chavez, 16th, 12 down. Bobby Hadaway, 13 down in the 17th position. Brent Hammerhand's been a rough night as well for the 12, 14 down in 18th. Christopher Ruskell, Travis Farmer, Robert McKay, Mike Hauser, AJ Thompson, all in the garage. Let's do the field now with 8 to go. Will be 7 at the line. .4 second. I think there's really no reason for the 16 to really, or for the 42 to really push. Yeah, he's pretty much got it under wraps. Well, 6 to go for Colton Ward. In about another 5 laps, he will have led 100 of 156 in what has been, what many would say, a very dominant night. Four to go. And a bunch of lap traffic in Ward's way. Well, Cannon will let him around with ease. His teammate will go 3 down. Three to go, trying to get around Peppers, Henderson, and now Brent Hammerhand. I don't think he's got much to worry about. When this man burst onto the scenes late last season, missed the playoffs by 1 week of being eligible, he went out trophy hunting. And boy, did he put on some battles and get some trophies. That's the like of Shane Harr, Elijah Fisher, Mike Hauser, Aaron Stanton, and so many others. Came into this season, missed the season opener from Daytona. An early exit at Rockingham mired him deep in a hole in 26th. But tonight, Colton Ward has reminded everybody on why you never count out the 42, you never count out the Sporky, and you never count out Colton Ward. 1 to go. At the white flag, he's led 100 laps. When he gets back, it'll be 101 of 156. And one of the most dominant victories to date in the Inspired Racing League. One more set of corners. Colton Ward will return to victory lane for the first time since Charlotte last season. Phoenix belongs to Colton Ward. Elijah Fisher second, McCullough third. Chris Lowe to Stephen Henning, the top 5. Colton Ward will burn it down and knock down the wall in the process. Welcome back to Victory Lane. Well, Colt Ward, your winner tonight. He will lead 101 laps. Let him burn it down a minute. Colton Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Hello.
101 laps out of 156 led tonight. What a car. That's all I can say.
I mean, honestly, I don't think tires meant that much. I didn't feel like I had the car like to save tires, honestly.
But regardless tonight, it had to be something under the hood or on the car, one or the other. 101 lap. Really, how much did dirty air play a factor? And I do want to ask you, were you getting annoyed with Josh taking his lap back every time you get around him?
I mean, I would have liked to just have fresh air, but I mean, he was fast, like, cause I had like 10 lap fresher tires in Elijah, and I think me and him probably had the same amount of tires, and he still like stayed in front of me, so I don't think he was too big of a factor, honestly. But I think it's like if you just get your tires like a little hot, then you'll be slow for a few laps, and then you'll gain it back if you start easing it in the turn.
Yeah. And of course, no stranger to winning at Phoenix. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, you're a former Midnight Racing League winner at Phoenix yourself. Really, what does it take to prepare for a track like this? It's unique. It's got it. You can go probably 10 wide cutting the corner. What makes this track unique, and what makes it one of the most difficult on the circuit?
Unique wise, I guess it's like a fast short track, and then like the dog leg is its own feature too. So yeah.
Well, buddy, I got one more question for you. You know which one it is. Is there anybody want to thank Night Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Thanks to Aaron picking me up for his team. Thank you for broadcasting this race, and thank Elijah for hosting this league.
All right, Colton Ward will come into Phoenix, lead 101 laps, and will walk out of here tonight, proving that he is still a threat for the championship. Colton, appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you.
That being said, Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, it looked like for a second you may have had something for Colton Ward, but honestly, do you feel like, was there anything you felt like the 16 could do? What was the strong points for the 16 tonight? And was there anything you felt like if something had gone different that you could have been able to get the win tonight?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately we could have taken tires with them. I just figured we were just going to take some gas, and I was kind of thinking another yellow would have came out, but that's how everything goes. It's trying to predict a caution is like trying to win the lottery sometimes, but I mean, I guess we just got on the wrong end of strategy, but it's all good. You know, I'll take a P2. You know, 16 we were a little bit slow getting going. I know we were for sure, but this thing had a really good, it just had a lot of good grip really later in the run, and I really felt it coming in. And just being on a little bit different set tires once we got over a certain point. I mean, the fall off is just, we're falling off, and Colton's tires just haven't even touched it. So, good play on him. I mean, I respect it. I should have known better, but I just figured we were going to have more wrecks, but I guess that's how it goes. It's like you get wrecks in the middle of a race, and then like I said, it's hard to predict.
Well, take me through it, because now a lot of the cautions from my camera angle, my view, people were really struggling coming off of turn 2. Is that something that you dealt with as the race went on? A lot of drivers just simply losing it off of 2, like hitting it. Well, matter of fact, your teammate Mike Hauser, he got loose and nailed the inside wall in the end of his night. Did you feel something similar with turn 2, or was it pretty much just it's a turn you got to take it easy through and just try not to flat foot it as much? What's your take on it?
Yeah, I mean, well, I will correct it just so everybody knows. There was a glitch on the computer, screen freeze, but if I had to put it in race car terms, I guess his steering went out. um, yeah, no, a lot of what I was seeing on drivers is just being impatient. You got to have discipline. You have to be disciplined on the throttle, and there were times I was slipping the car. I'm not saying I wasn't by any means, but just with getting loose and actually spinning it, though, it's just a whole nother story. I mean, this is Phoenix Raceway. It's a hot and it's a slick track, and it's just something that I think not to sound discouraging to people, but you gotta anticipate it and you gotta practice for that during the week. I'm not seeing people weren't, but I just think that it just comes down to disciplining yourself, right? And that's something I did early on in the race. Is I noticed when speeds were kind of dropping off, right? I was like, okay, might have to pick my throttle up a little more. I had to kind of learn it the reverse way, but that's always just something, is just underestimating the horsepower in the right rear tire is something to have to manage in just about anything, especially with this track.
The last two questions I got for you before I let you head out of here tonight. I know you got a long night of admin meeting to do. First off, how does this, you walked into the night +8 to the good above, then Stephen Henning in 10th. Obviously, that's going to change a lot with you in 2nd, Henning in 5th, and so on. How does this affect going into next week and really the remainder of the season? Is it pretty much we got through Daytona, now we got to stride back, or is it just still trying, or do you feel like that as we roll into, let me see here, we roll into Las Vegas next week, where is the mindset for the 16 at so far?
Pretty good spot. Even if we were on the outside looking in, trying to get into the playoff points, I think it's one of those deals, I just look at it as, obviously you want to be above the line, but every week I have a lot more speed than a majority of the field. If the field gets better, we play them better on strategy. We learn with them. But I think, not to toot my own horn, but already this season I'm leading more laps than I did last year. Had a better finish at Daytona than I did last year. It's a stronger competitive field compared to last season. I think I'm right up there. I don't think last season I would have thought myself 2 seconds behind Colton at this track. I think all in all is the mindset is just learn on anything I'm not picking up. Just ultimately trying to just be smarter with the racing. Like tonight, I had a literal just a phantom 4X that happened, and I'm trying to work on just not getting into other vehicles and just got to work on the simple stuff, Yep. And that's where the mindset's at. I'm in a pretty good spot.
Well, last question before I let you go out here. Is there anybody want to thank Night Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, Raging Idiot Network, of course, you're putting it on every week. Gotta thank that guy. He's a pretty wild man, but he does a lot of does a pretty good job up there. Gotta thank the good God above, of course. And just all the glory to him, of course. And then just gotta thank Mom for when she comes back and watches it, always supporting me. Teammates, Mike Hauser, tough one, but appreciate his guidance always. As every week we communicate. This is just a great team to be a part of, and Mad Lad, congrats, of course, on his P7. I'm glad he was glad he came back and did iRacing. Because earlier on in the year it was a little bit rough, but he had some tough tracks to go through. But he keeps me motivated with the fun talk, and Chris, of course, too. And just all those guys are just awesome to be with. So,
all right, buddy. Elijah Fisher walks out of here tonight, finishing 2nd. Appreciate your time, buddy. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Thank you.
David McCullough, Garrett Jenkins, you got a copy, buddy.
Yeah, buddy, I got you.
Well, I'll be damned. Plus 16 spots tonight. Where'd you come from? That's really what I want to know. Where did you come from? Started deep in the field, almost went a lap down earlier in the race. It was a tough night clawing your way through the field.
All I can say is, woo! That was an experience. Now,
Out of curiosity, you wouldn't happen to be related to Kenny and Josh and them other McCulloughs, would you?
No, if I had to guess, it's spelled differently. Mine's MCCO, and there's a lot of them MCCU.
That's exactly. Well, actually, yep, that might be it. I'll have to verify that later. But I saw McCullough on there, and I thought, to be sure, there ain't another one. Do MMS with the McCulloughs over there. But just really, what was the most challenging aspect that you saw tonight with this track, with this car, and really just what did it take to really just get up to third, let alone get out of all the scraps that we saw earlier in the race and all throughout the race?
Just being patient, being vigilant about what's going on around, and not overdriving the car. I'm still getting used to this car, and in practice, I learned, overdriving, especially going through 1 and 2. You drive too hard into 1, you're all messed up coming off of 2, and it was happening to a lot of guys. You've seen that all night tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well, buddy, first off, now we're going to reiterate this. A lot of points implications tonight. You came into tonight 27th in points, 37 out of the top 10. I got to ask, do you feel like this is a great confidence booster going into next week with Vegas and the remaining part of the season, or is it just try to find a stride still, and if we're around in contention, then we're in contention?
Right now, it's just finding a stride. Definitely a confidence booster. I missed Daytona, so I think I'll get a provisional for that, but huge confidence builder going into tonight. I didn't qualify well, as we discussed, and to just stick with it, stay determined, and literally claw my way back through that, and prevail with the top 3s is mind-boggling to me. I couldn't be happier. Like I told the guys on the radio when it was over, this P3 is as good as a win to me.
I can coming from something very similar. I can agree to that. Well, buddy, last question I got for you tonight. Do anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
I'll tell you what, I could definitely got to thank my wife for putting up with me on this sim racing.
Battery pull your hair out.
Yeah, well, she deals with me on that thing about every day, so I definitely need to thank her for putting up with me. Obviously, thank you, Raging Idiot Network, for putting this on. You do a great job, and I enjoy watching them after the races are over. I want to thank everybody that was out there tonight. All in all, a pretty good race.
Yes, sir. And David McCullough will walk out of Phoenix, Arizona tonight, finishing in the 3rd position. Appreciate your time, buddy. Good job.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too, bud. With that being said, last interview I got planned tonight for a man who had one of the most up and down nights that I believe I'll ever see. Chris Lauda, let me just ask you. You had a rough seat a velocity car in front of you every lap, wasn't it?
It was a pain in the butt, but you know what? I believe that this is our highest finish
is it really?
Ever in the Gen 6 car. I believe it is our highest Gen 6 finishing result. Other than that, I am pretty proud of this car. I'm pretty proud of this race, and I'm pretty proud of my team. Because, without them, I would not be where I'm at.
Well, buddy, like I said, it was an up and down night. You're gonna finish +9 to where you started tonight. You're gonna leave out of here in a much better spot than where you were. As a matter of fact, you enter tonight 14th in points, only out by 6. Of course, all the major playoff implications or chase implications already early tonight. I know we a little early to talk about them, but you of all people know the importance of how an early season start will affect the championship quest down the road. I gotta ask though, what kept the 69 in the game, really? Because, like I said, after, okay, we saw a spin off of 2, then we saw another incident. Just about nothing, everything else but the spin, not your doing, of course. But how were you able to mentally stay in the game tonight? Able to rally back to a 4th? Was it a team effort thing? Was it Mike Hauser's soothing voice that got you through it? Really, what was the plan tonight that the 69 was able to rally back to a 4th place run?
Honestly, this happened because of the team result and just getting information where I needed it the most. It was horrible. horrible. We almost hit Cade late in the restart. Late one restart, I thought of it. I was ending there. I was ended there. I thought it was ended at the wreck after that. I had to lock it down and try not to get hit. I tried running my race just as is, and lo and behold, wow, we actually get a 4th place. Like, other than Mike being in the game and all that, I really don't think that anyone in their right mind was thinking I was going to be some type of player tonight. Actually leading laps, actually going out there, being in the top 5 for
about
some of the race, but we had top 5 speed.
Well, buddy, I got to ask, we're going to be going. I got 2 more questions for you, and then I'll let you get out of here, because I know I have a meeting coming up. We're going to a track which kind of plays into your wheelhouse at Las Vegas next Monday. Where does this put the 69 in terms of preparation for that Vegas? Is there a little bit more intensity prepping for Vegas due to the fact of a 4th place run tonight? And then we do got a little bit of a tougher road ahead of us with Texas, Iowa, Daytona, 2 weekends in a row, 2 Mondays in a row. Where does this finish tonight put the 69 confident-wise going into what arguably I am going to say will be the toughest stretch of the season?
Oh, we got a bunch of learning tracks, so that's going to help. And last season, we didn't even get to race Las Vegas. We had some technical issues that actually kept us out of the race. So Las Vegas is going to be kind of a learning curve for me. But other than that, I think just having to do a bunch of practice and all that will help. And if I can keep that going, I can run where I'm at.
Well, buddy, last question for you tonight before I let you head out. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
I want to thank my team, because without them, I wouldn't have finished 4th. But at the same time, I do have to thank everybody that's on board with the 69 camp. I know that it's a little bit of a opportunity for them, a little opportunity for me. We're just happy to be where we're at, and I'm happy, man.
I can tell. For Chris.
Also, by the way, I will confirm, if we're not talking about the Clash, this is my highest finish ever in the Gen 6 car. We had a bunch of 6s, a bunch of 7s. Unless if we count the Clash.
That's up to you if you want to.
This is my first finish inside the top 5 ever.
Well, and for that being said, gives a lot for the 69 team to walk into next week, a little bit of pep in their step. Chris Loud, after a very difficult night, congratulations are in order and it's on right. Hell of a job tonight. And we look forward to seeing what you can do in Vegas.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Chris Lauda comes home fourth tonight. What a run. What a race. I mean, in all honesty, but the finishing order tonight really belongs to one man. Colton Ward, 101 laps being led. Elijah Fisher second, David McCullough third. Chris Lauda, Stephen Henning, fourth and fifth. Tyler Stone, Justin Maddox, Hunter Rozelle. A great run for the 20 tonight. Will capitalize and try to gain some of them points he lost from Rockingham last week back. Jason Williams. It was a hard-fought race for the 40. Able to get ninth out of the deal. The 3 in a row will not come to fruition for the 17 of Josh Henderson. He will have to settle for 10th after a restart infraction. Put the 17 back to the last car on the lead lap in the 10th spot. Jeffrey Peppers, Cade Cannon, both cars showed great speed early. However, it was not the night for neither one. James Hadaway, coming 13th. The reigning champion Shane Har, another one of them had great speed all night. It will come undone. And Shane Harwell will walk out of here tonight. 14th. Hernandez, 15th. Paul Chavez, 16th. Bobby Hadaway, Brent Hammerhand, 17th and 18th. On down through the remainder of the field. Christopher Roscoe, Travis Farmer, Robert McKay. What can you say? It was a run. Looked like for a second there, Velocity Motorsports could take a part of the top 10 with them. Unfortunately, for Roscoe, Farmer, and McKay, it will not come to fruition tonight. 19th, 20th, and 21st, Mike Hauser. This will be a massive blow to the 43's chances to staying in the top 10 in the points. He will come home 22nd. A.J. Thompson will round out the field in 23rd. That being said, appreciate everybody for watching tonight. It was a hell of a race. All things considering, Colton Ward, congratulations are in order. 101 out of 56 laps led tonight. And now we will shift our focus to Saturday night when Inspire Racing League comes back live on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. And for the NASCAR Thunder Series, Rockingham. 196 laps in the Gen 4s. Then, really for the next 3 weeks, it'll be Gen 4s. Then the debut of the Cars Tour late model portion of the race, the first portion of it. For Lucas Oil, North Wilkesboro, Martinsville, Phoenix. And we'll worry about the rest of the schedule when we get through there. As for the rest of the week, MMS, more than likely HGR, more than likely as well. And of course, the championship will continue next Monday for the Cup Series. Until then, appreciate everybody watching tonight. Congratulations to Colt Ward yet again. My name is Garrett Jenkins. This has been the Raging Idiot Racing Network, and we will see you later on down the week for more intense racing live on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Everybody, take it easy.